Yo, this looks better. Oh yeah. What's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I have a really good one for you. We are going to be smoking a beef chuck. This is about a 3.13 pound beef chuck. I'm just gonna be using a simple rub, 2 parts 16 mesh black pepper, 1 part salt, and half a part of garlic powder. Now what does that mean? It's any unit of measure that you're using. So if you're using a cup, you want to use 2 cups of black pepper, 1 cup of salt, and then half a cup of garlic. Or if you're using like a little ramekin, use 2 of those of black pepper, 1 of salt, and half of garlic powder. Let's get started.
And as usual, all the ingredients and recipes will be linked in the description box down below. Now with your meat, you want to generously season all sides. It means top, bottom, and the sides all the way around. And we're gonna put in our meat thermometer. We'll let Chuck hang out here while we go set up our Weber. Now my Weber kettle, I set it up the same all the time for smoking. Use tumbleweeds to light up a chimney of charcoal. I have lump charcoal and oak wood today for a smoke flavor. And fill in your water. Now if you don't have the slow and sear, you can always set up your charcoal in like a snake method and use a water pan underneath. Don't mind the chicken, that is just for lunch. We are looking to smoke this to an internal temperature of about 160, 170 before we wrap it to get to the final temp of 200. A good steady stream of light blue smoke is what I'm looking for. Now, while that's smoking, let's go and make some barbecue sauce. You can use whatever barbecue sauce you want, store-bought, your favorite brand, whatever it is that you want to do. After all, this is going to be your sandwich, all right? So I'm gonna start with a half of a small onion. I'm gonna melt some butter. Once it's all nice and melted, I'm going to sweat my onions. Now, if you want to caramelize your onions, go ahead, do that. I just remember growing up, in school, we had a barbecue sauce with little onion pieces in it, and ever since then, I was hooked. All right, this barbecue sauce is pretty straightforward. We got ketchup, Royster Cherie sauce, brown sugar. We have about 3 tablespoons of our barbecue rub, which has black pepper, salt, and garlic in it, and a little splash of apple cider vinegar. Now, make this any way that you want. If you want it more tart, feel free to add more apple cider vinegar. I want it a little bit spicy, so I'm gonna add a little bit of hot sauce. But at the end of the day, this is your sauce, and this is just a good base to start. Once it comes up to a simmer, turn it off and let it thicken by itself. Now, after 2 hours, I'm gonna start spritzing. I'm using a water, apple cider vinegar, and a little bit of hot sauce. The temperature is still maintaining really good. While I'm in here, I'm just gonna jostle the coals to make sure that you get really good airflow, and that chunk of wood is giving off a lot of smoke. Now this particular chuck roast took me about 5 hours to get up to 160, and it's looking pretty good. I'm gonna give it a spritz before I wrap it. I don't have any butcher paper, so I'm gonna wrap it in foil. And let me know how you guys do it with a meat probe sticking out. This is how I do it. I think it works pretty well for me. I'm gonna put it back on the grill and let it come up to an internal temp of 200 degrees before I pull it and let it rest. And now it's just a waiting game. I did open the vents on the bottom all the way just to stoke the coals, and then once it hit 200 degrees, I'm gonna bring it inside. Now because I'm using foil instead of butcher paper, I have to open this up and let the excess steam escape. Look at this bark, it looks incredible. All right, so I'm gonna lightly tent this to let this come to temperature. I'm looking for it to drop down to 140 before I start carving. All right guys, so our beef chuck is done. It's finally rested, and oh man, you have to check this out. Nice and juicy. I think this eats more like the flat of a brisket than the point. There's the hole where the meat probe went in through. But yeah, overall, flavor is amazing. It's pretty tender. This will make a great sandwich, which is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna grab a roll, grab whatever your favorite roll is. I just happen to have a potato bun here. I'm gonna toast this.
All right, so I just lost footage of me assembling the sandwich so far. I had a toasted bun, adding more of the meat on top, and then I'm gonna add some more of that barbecue sauce that we made with the little pieces of onion in it, which I'm a huge fan of. The crown right on top, and then here is our sandwich. Let's see, let's get a good view of that, like that. Oh yeah. Actually, I should probably take my gloves off. And then, here you go. This looks better. Oh yeah. All right. Cheers, y'all. Mmm. Mmm. That is delicious. If you wanted to add like pickles or coleslaw, whatever it is that you like in your barbecue sandwiches, by all means do it. Oh, this is so awesome. Mmm. Love it, love it, love it. All right, here we go. That was just delicious. Guys, thank you so much. This is an awesome sandwich. I'm a fan of smoking beef chuck roast. Huge fan. Give this a try. Make yourself a delicious sandwich. You'll thank me later. All right, guys, take care of yourselves. And as always, peace.